The sight of this beast plowing through the mud is nothing short of a Russian-made movie. The sheer power and unparalleled durability on display is truly mind-blowing. Pulling over 9 tons while effortlessly traversing rough terrain, this is truly an engineering masterpiece. MAZ 543 Heavy Machinery. It can overcome flooded roads up to 1.5 meters deep without hesitation, even breaking large logs in its path as if they were matchsticks. Adaptability to complex terrain. It was thrilling to watch him drive that Ford through the floodwaters with such precision and speed. He handled it like a seasoned professional, making it invisible as he plowed through the water without hesitation. The Vityaz DT30, a truly powerful machine, found itself stuck in a pit of incredibly deep mud. However, it refused to surrender. Its massive tracks relentlessly clawed at the ground, fighting to free itself from the mud's grip. Though the mud threatened to swallow it whole, the Vityaz DT30 plowed on, step by step, with unwavering determination. Driving the Ural 10x10 log truck on any terrain is incredible. With its powerful 10-wheel drive system, this powerful machine glides smoothly over bumpy roads, even with a heavy load, and navigates swamps and other harsh conditions with ease. What an impressive and awe-inspiring sight in the taiga swampy mountains outside Lake Baikal. The sight of a mighty bulldozer with its overwhelming power pulling a real all-terrain vehicle across a deep, rushing river is magnificent. Surrounded by towering mountains and wild beauty, the bulldozer fearlessly tackles the rugged terrain. The DT75 tractor faced with a real challenge as it struggled to push its way through the swamp. Despite its best efforts, it became hopelessly stuck in the deep mud, unable to move forward. Getting it out required not only raw power, but also skill and expert intervention. A real challenge for both tractor and driver. The Vityaz DT30, a truly powerful machine, found itself stuck in a pit of incredibly deep mud. However, it refused to surrender. Its massive tracks relentlessly clawed at the ground, fighting to free itself from the mud's grip. Though the mud threatened to swallow it whole, the Vityaz DT30 plowed on step by step with unwavering determination. Navigating through mud and raging streams may not always go as planned, but it's those challenges that make driving a Ford such an exciting and unforgettable experience. Every attempt, whether successful or unsuccessful, teaches you something new and adds to the adventure. It's all part of the journey. What an impressive and awe-inspiring sight in the taiga swampy mountains outside Lake Baikal. The sight of a mighty bulldozer with its overwhelming power pulling a real all-terrain vehicle across a deep, rushing river is magnificent. Surrounded by towering mountains and wild beauty, the bulldozer fearlessly tackles the rugged terrain. Its raw power cuts through nature's obstacles, moving forward with unwavering determination. The driver of the timber truck skillfully maneuvered the vehicle through the challenging muddy road. The large wheels spun violently, mud splashed everywhere, but the vehicle kept moving forward. Despite the slippery and rough terrain, the driver kept a steady grip on the wheel, each precise movement helping the vehicle overcome every obstacle. The GAZ all-terrain vehicle, famous for its ability to conquer any terrain, now faced its ultimate test, a large river. With incredible composure and skill, the driver, assisted by a joystick, steered the vehicle through the strong currents, heading straight for the safe shore. What an impressive sight. The road was not easy, with thick mud and jagged rocks making every inch difficult to navigate. However, the driver, with steady hands and vast experience, expertly maneuvered the vehicle through the slippery slope. We couldn't help but admire his composure as he navigated such a treacherous road. Wow! The timber truck was rushing through the muddy road, each wheel spinning strongly, cutting through the thick mud. When the truck hit a pothole, it tilted to one side, but the driver still held the steering wheel firmly, controlling the truck skillfully. Despite the rough road, the truck easily overcame it, without sinking or losing control. Ural off-road vehicle. When transporting timber through the most extreme terrain, with its swamp-ready design, large wheels and powerful engine, the Ural easily overcomes swampy terrain that other vehicles would have difficulty with. Tackles any challenge without hesitation. Without it, the Ural wouldn't be able to get through such mud. Ural and its drivers always find a way, overcoming everything from dynamic obstacles to the most dangerous muddy roads. Wow, the Vityaz is truly a mighty knight. I can feel the excitement in your words as you describe this remarkable machine. The Vityaz, with its exceptional ability, proudly dashes through the swamp, demonstrating its strength and durability, even on the most difficult terrain. Mud, floodwaters, or natural obstacles, nothing can stop its progress. It is a true warrior in the world of off-road vehicles, especially in harsh, swampy terrain. Breathtaking scene. The mighty Tigercat 1075B, known for its excellent off-road capabilities, was now stuck deep in the thick mud. All its attempts to free itself were unsuccessful, the wheels spinning but unable to move. The mud seemed to be holding back all the power of this giant machine. To rescue it, a large tractor was mobilized. With the combined strength, tight cables, and roaring engines, the Tigercat 1075B was gradually pulled out of the mud. A difficult challenge. I've never encountered a more durable and user-friendly vehicle. The Yaroslavl engine operates at full capacity, proving its superiority over the clunky armored designs of Kamaz. This machine takes on everything: meter-high snowdrifts, rocky hills, you name it. Wow, that winch is an absolutely powerful machine for hauling massive logs onto a truck. But now I wonder, what next? Driving out of that thick mud is going to be a serious challenge, especially when it looks like half the forest is clinging to the load. It's impressive to see this raw power in action, but the real challenge is just beginning. You can't help but be amazed when you see the Hummer H1 plunging into the water, completely submerged, but still continuing to operate as if nothing happened. The wheels spin strongly underwater, as if the truck has encountered no obstacles. When the Hummer H1 still survives, pulling itself out of the deep water without losing any power. This is truly a miracle of engineering. The smooth, skillful coordination of the assistant was the key factor in helping the car overcome the narrow slope. When the wheels started to slide down, the man immediately adjusted the direction, helping the driver maintain balance and a steady speed. Every move was made with precision, from instructing the driver when to slow down or accelerate. With timely assistance, the car slowly rolled down the slope, standing upright safely without any problems. The man struggled to control the patrol, the wheels spinning wildly as the vehicle plunged into the mud. The soft, muddy ground threatened to swallow the vehicle, but the driver did not falter. His gaze focused, his hands gripping the wheel. He adjusted each throttle, each turn of the steering wheel to guide the vehicle through the challenge. It was a tense scene as the Silverado was stuck in the strong current. The Silverado was pulled out. Each pull was decisive, the wheels spinning hard on the ground, but the resistance from the water still made things difficult. The Jeep was absolutely amazing. Kudos to the driver for his great skills and perfect control. The Ford Ranger, with its rear locking differential, can still do a great job in many situations. But when a full-on traction control system is required, a front locking differential makes a huge difference. The combination of both differentials provides impressive hill climbing ability, making it easier to climb steep grades, especially in extreme conditions. D. Powerful machines like the Toyota Hilux are real submarines when wading through fierce rivers. Two men drove the Jeep, rushing down the river. The car did not slow down even though the water was rushing. The wheels began to sink into the water, but the engine was still strong. The waves from the river hit the body of the car hard. The sound of the engine was like a challenge to nature, gliding through each section of the river filled with sand and mud. That Pacero driver is really skillful. When the car rushed into the river, it felt like the Pacero became a part of the water. The wheels firmly gripped the riverbed. Every control was precise, helping the car to overcome the strong water flow. It was like a boat overcoming a challenge. Mammoth, when faced with steep, wet terrain, it not only relies on the power of the engine, but also makes full use of the chain on the front wheel to create superior traction. This shows excellent handling when overcoming challenging obstacles. When the Ranger Raptor got stuck in the sand, there seemed to be no way out. The wheels spun, but only created deep indentations in the soft sand. The entire vehicle was stuck, unable to move. With the help of his teammates, another vehicle approached, attached a cable, and began to pull the Raptor out of the sand. Each pull was tense, inch by inch. The Ranger Raptor gradually escaped the quicksand's clutches. The ATS-59G medium artillery tractor is truly astonishing. When it starts moving, the power of the vehicle is immediately evident. The giant crawler tracks glide across the water, cutting through the waves like a mechanical monster, while the mud and water splashes, creating long trails on the ground. Despite the high speed, the ATS-59G still maintains absolute stability. Every turn of the crawler tracks is precise and steady. There is no wobble, no sign of loss of control. An Isuzu truck loaded with agricultural products of the people, determined to overcome that dangerous road. The engine of the Isuzu roared strongly, but the road surface was not easy. The thick layer of mud and deep potholes seemed to want to block the way. Each time the car rushed into it, the rear wheels struggled with the slushy mud. but the driver still held the steering wheel firmly, eyes glued to the road ahead, not showing any signs of faltering. What was special here was the support of the people. They stood by the road, strong hands reached in, pushing the car out of the muddy places, together forming an unstoppable collective strength. They were not just people helping, but silent warriors with the Isuzu facing all challenges. The sight was unbelievable. Everyone stood watching, eyes glued to the powerful machine as it charged up the steep, muddy slope. The driver held the wheel firmly, eyes focused. Trying to gain momentum, he pressed the accelerator hard, and the car began to move forward, step by step. The wheels fought the mud, kicking the soft soil back off the road, each slide testing strength and patience. A group of daring people used a Toyota Hilux to cross the raging flood river. The car slowly moved down the river, the engine roaring loudly as if challenging the violent current. The floodwater rolled, crashing into the body of the car, reaching half the wheel, but the Hilux did not flinch. Everyone held their breath, eyes wide open as the car inched forward through the water. The cars in Mad Max have always been a symbol of wild power, and that image seems to come to life when a massive truck loaded with goods rolls through a muddy road in the deep forest. The roar of the engine echoes throughout the forest, the big wheels plowing through the mud, creating long, deep tracks on the road. The mud covers the body of the car, but the sharp headlights penetrate the misty water, guiding the journey. Each powerful throttle, each strong grip makes the witness admire. It was truly impressive to see the Tatra truck cross the high iron bridge, a real challenge for any vehicle. The Tatra remained steady, each wheel moving strongly without any hesitation. The engine roared with power, creating a feeling that this vehicle could overcome any challenge. The iron bridge, although high, seemed to be no problem for the Tatra. Its huge wheels rolled over the iron bars, creating a loud clanging sound. Although it was a bit tense, with the skillful control of the driver, the truck crossed the high iron bridge safely and impressively. A great display of strength and confidence. I have never witnessed such an impressive scene. The 22-wheeled Benz with Mercedes engine rushed into the rushing river, the engine roaring loudly as if challenging the power of nature. Each giant wheel struggled with the mud, but the car did not falter, moving steadily forward. The water rolled up, but the Benz just kept going through, without encountering any obstacles. After only a few breathless minutes, the car reached the other side, proving its superior strength. The Nissan Patrol, equipped with giant tires, appeared like a beast rushing into the challenging swamp. The engine roared loudly, each giant wheel spun, kicking up mud and dirt, creating long, powerful streaks. Each tire spin was a counterattack to the slushy swamp below, making the mud seem like it was about to explode. The Patrol did not hesitate, powerfully passing through each deep rut and slippery section. There were moments when it seemed like the wheels were stuck, but immediately a decisive push of the accelerator pulled it forward like a fateful accelerator pedal. Witness a wonderful off-road performance. The 5-ton vehicle slowly went down the slope, its wheels hitting the ground hard, leaving deep marks on the rough terrain. The road surface was steep and uneven, but the vehicle maintained its balance, gently going down the slope. And then, the next equally difficult challenge came. The vehicle shifted gears and began to climb the rocky slope. The engine roared. Every rotation of the wheel was a fight against the harsh terrain. But the vehicle overcame it. Its strength and resilience were fully displayed. The powerful Land Cruiser rushed through the river with strong currents, tense as the car drifted along the rapids. However, the driver did not flinch, still kept calm in this dangerous situation. Fortunately, two powerful Jeeps appeared and successfully pulled the Land Cruiser up, a lucky moment helping the driver escape this dangerous situation. A tough challenge, especially after torrential rains. The road leading to the flooded area was filled with mud, full of potholes as if to stop all efforts. However, the truck carrying relief goods did not stop. The rear wheels sank deep into the mud, struggling to find a bit of friction. Every time the vehicle tilted or stopped, the whole group of people watching were tense. But the driver was not shaken. His steering was steady, determined to get the vehicle through each difficult stretch of road. A BV206 ELO was struggling in the mud. The wheels were spinning non-stop, but could not get out of the deep mud. Suddenly, the second car appeared. The man in the car quickly jumped down, pulling a long cable. In an instant, he connected the cable to the stuck BV206. With tension and precision, each step was perfectly connected. The cable was stretched, preparing for a decisive rescue. As soon as everything was ready, the second car slowly stepped on the accelerator, and the cable was pulled taut. The BV206 gradually lifted up from the thick mud. The crawler tractors really looked like they came from another world. The way the crawler wheels rotated smoothly and steadily on the ground was a feat of engineering. Each turn of the crawler wheels carried the tractor over hills and mud flats without flinching. Under the precise control of the engineer, the tractor was like a mechanical monster, moving forward with each powerful step. The heavy-duty truck rushed into the muddy curve. The driver faced the biggest challenge. The assistant driver, with his dexterity and high concentration, he quickly adjusted the direction of the vehicle, coordinating perfectly with the driver. With excellent coordination, the truck passed the curve smoothly. The wheels turned strongly without getting stuck. In the end, the truck not only passed the dangerous road, but also ensured the safety of the heavy cargo, demonstrating the power of perfect coordination in extreme situations. Wow, what a bus! The Hafensity River bus in Germany swims spectacularly and impressively. With the ability to move on both land and water, this is an extremely flexible means of transport. When the bus plunges into the river, with its flexible adaptability, this bus makes people admire not only its technology, but also its convenience and efficiency when moving through strange roads, both on land and on water. Those sitting inside seem to enjoy a smooth, enjoyable, and impressive ride, unlike any other means of transport. The mighty M1 Abrams tank, stuck in a relentless sea of mud, displays raw power and incredible resilience. Watch it fight to free itself with unwavering determination. Wow, the Star 2 44 Turbo is really like an icebreaker. It easily conquers any difficult terrain. With a powerful engine and impressive performance, it rushes through mud, deep snow, and flooded streams without any difficulty. Truly a car that overcomes all challenges. It was impressive to see the car cross the river strongly. Every time it passed through the water, the car seemed to be going through the most severe challenge. And the driver was truly a master. With great composure and skill, they controlled the car smoothly, overcoming all difficulties. It was a pity that the Canter Euro 4 flipped over in the water under such difficult circumstances. Despite his best efforts to overcome the challenging road, the strong water current and slippery terrain made it impossible for the car to stay stable. The driver tried his best to keep the car stable, but the pressure from the water and the rising water level made it impossible for the Canter Euro 4 to continue gliding. It was awesome. The crunching sound of glass, metal, and plastic as the Jeep JL Wrangler passed through the junkyard was an indescribable feeling of satisfaction. It felt like the Jeep's power and agility were growing, easily conquering any challenge, regardless of the obstacles. The drivers of these buses were truly amazing. With incredible skill and composure, they navigated these huge machines across the river. Even though the water was fast and the river could change every minute, these drivers showed no signs of anxiety, helping the bus cross the river safely. Truck ZIL-135 with two powerful engines can make it drink fuel like there is no tomorrow, but its absolute pulling power is unmatched. This monster is not only powerful, but also has an impressive appearance, showing its raw off-road ability. When climbing the slope, each wheel of ZIL-135 grips the ground firmly. Each roar of the engine is like a challenge to all terrain. Despite the steep slope and jagged rocks, the vehicle remains steady, pulling with superior power to conquer all challenges. It's amazing to see the perfect combination of car and driver. The powerful drive shaft combined with the driver's mud handling ability. The driver not only relies on the power of the car, but also knows how to take advantage of every feature, every stage of handling to easily overcome any challenge. Obviously, the experience and skill of the driver is an important factor in helping the car reach its maximum potential. The Tinger Armor off-road test drive in the swamp was breathtaking. This mechanical beast tackled the difficult terrain with incredible ease, its power and precision shining through every corner. Watching it glide effortlessly through the mud, overcoming obstacles with unparalleled agility. The red Land Rover, its engine roaring loudly, was trying to escape the river. As many people watched, the wheels got stuck in the mud. Water seeped into the cabin. The people in the car still tried to stay calm. Finally, with a strong push, the car crossed the river and brought the people inside back to safety, although everything was still soaked. What could be better than driving an off-road UAZ 452 truck, gliding over bumpy roads and exploring beautiful riverbanks somewhere not too far away? The image of the car crossing rugged terrain, climbing mountains with ease, nothing compares to the feeling of freedom. With a powerful appearance and powerful engine, the Audi Q8 started to rush into the muddy area, the wheels spinning strongly while the thick mud tried to stop its progress. However, the off-road support systems worked optimally, helping the car maintain excellent traction. Mud splashed on the body of the car, but the Audi Q8 still moved forward strongly. That was a performance that set the tone. Corey Rummel really raised the game with his insane backflip at the Michigan Mud Jam. Was I the only one who screamed and threw my hands in the air after watching him land? That backflip was absolutely spectacular. No wonder he was awarded Best Backflip of the Year. The scene was tense and dramatic. The Jeep was struggling to pull itself out of the deep mud hole on the muddy road. The wheels spun vigorously but could not get out of the thick mud. A crane appeared. The cable was attached to the vehicle, slowly pulling the Jeep out of the mud hole. Both vehicles fought each other, but in the end, with the decisive and precise help of the crane, the Jeep was rescued. The Jeep JKU was stuck in the mud, the wheels spinning and not moving. But don't worry, the winch was deployed in this situation. Pull the Jeep out of the mud with force and without stopping. With a strong pull, step by step, the Jeep JKU slowly escaped the grip of the mud, leaving only perseverance and the power of the tools to overcome all challenges. The scene is tense. The Land Cruiser BJ40 is climbing the steep slope full of jagged rocks, each rock protruding high as if to block the car's progress. The wheels spin strongly, tensely clinging to each rock. The engine roars. Each throttle twist makes the car sway. Sometimes it seems like it will slide back. The Land Cruiser BJ40 conquers the top of the slope, affirming its excellent off-road power. The truck driver really showed his skill as he maneuvered the vehicle through the raging river. The strong current swirled around the wheels, each wheel cutting through the water, maintaining a steady pace despite the rapid flow of the river. Not just one, but two other vehicles were being towed along. The driver controlled the vehicle calmly. Every move was precise. The driver accelerated the car through the slippery road, the wheels gripping the road just enough to keep the car moving. The people around watched, their eyes filled with excitement. Smoke billowed from the car, swirling into the air, mixing with the dust. Each twist of the throttle was decisive. The car did not slow down, but instead accelerated more and more, passing each dangerous section of the road. The driver installed the rear box, loaded the car with brushes, causing the car to seem to lose balance. The car slowly lifted its head up. The front wheels seemed to sway on the ground. The driver remained calm, carefully adjusting the steering wheel to avoid the car losing control in the end. The car gradually regained stability and continued its journey. A confident man, commanding a giant M1070, was preparing to carry out a difficult mission. In front of him was another M1070, stuck in the quicksand area, unable to move. With composure, he ordered the M1070 to pull the stuck M1070. The M1070's engine was powerful. Each wheel turned evenly, starting to pull the other M1070 out of the quicksand.